Hey, what's going on, everybody? This your girl Tiffany here, live in the Fed. So tonight I'm going live because there's some question that needs to be asked to the ADOS community. So Yvette Carnell is supposed to be having a National Reparations Summit coming up in October, and it's supposed to be a 3-day event, and it's going to be in New Orleans. It's going to be in New Orleans. So the reason why I'm bringing up this question because there are some things that should be concerning to those in the ADOS community or those who identify as being ADOS. Why is it that this woman has an event in New Orleans, right? Now, New Orleans is one of the roughest cities in the United States. New Orleans is still recovering from Hurricane Katrina, okay? 19 years later. Now, the reason why I'm breaking this up, because I'm going to show you her website if you don't believe me. So this is her website here, right? This is the event that she's having. Okay? It's supposed to be in New Orleans. It's supposed to be from October the 3rd to the 5th. Okay? Now, these are the guest speakers. She's the president of ADOS AF. I guess AF means as fuck. Okay, and this lady here, her name is Nina Turner, educated and Senator Dr. Cornel West, Mr. Marcus Coleman, right? He's supposed to be a vice chair of Fulton County Reparation Task Force. Aisha Muhammad, Dr. Kevin W. Cosby, and the name goes on and on, right? Okay. And then she got some more people that are the ADOS Research Institute. But here's the ticket pricing. So she's got the live stream. If you can't come in attendance and you want to look at it live, it costs $50. She got the general ticket at $300, right? And she got the VIP ticket at $400. Okay. And children 18 and under is $100. So the question becomes, why are the tickets so high? And if it's supposed to be about reparation, right? Why are you charging $300 and $400? Why are you charging people $50 to look at on live? And why are the children 18 and under being charged $100? That's the question. Why? Why are the tickets very pricey? Why is she charging that much? This the same woman that tells you that black people are poor. We come from working class, right? We come from descendant of slaves. We don't have access to generational wealth. We don't have no money. But she charging $300 and $400 for a ticket to come and see an event about reparation. Now you can't tell me nobody is banking off of this. You can't tell me ain't nobody finna pocket this money. Peace, how you doing? But you can't tell me that nobody's pocketing this money. This lady talks about everybody else, right? And how much they charge for their event and this, they under how they pocketing money. But she charging $300 for general admission. She charging $400 for VIP. She charging $400 for VIP. And why do people gotta pay $100 for the children? So if you know that people are poor, right, and you know that people ain't got enough money to pay for certain things, right, or for basic needs, why are you charging so much money? And then I'm going to read one of the comments that was on her post. Because someone asked the question. Someone asked, no, actually it is free. Why is everything a grift? Why am I paying to hear a debate with people who have no power? It's a grift. And she say, a grift. How is this a grift? We're paying almost $200K to rent out space in the Hilton plus food for 3 days. Then she goes on to say, flying out speakers plus the cost of security, insurance, etc. Who do you think is supposed to pay for that? My YouTube is free, but everything else has a cost, even your politics. And I'm not pocketing a dime. So again, how is it a grip? Please tell me. And after that, please unsubscribe. You won't be missed. So it upsets her because the person said, why am I paying to hear a debate with people who have no power? Well, and this person has a right to ask a question, because if you're going to charge something, right, why you got to charge that much money? Why it can't be a little cheaper than that? And as a matter of fact, why you got to go to the Hilton Hotel paying $200K? Why you have to go to the Hilton Hotel if you're going to be in New Orleans, right? If you're going to be in Louisiana, why you can't go to a HBCU out there? Why you can't go to the HBCU in Louisiana? Why you can't go to Xavier University? Why you can't go to Grambling University and host a National Reparations Summit if it's that serious? Why you can't go to these universities? Why you can't find a community center that has an auditorium? Why you got to go to the Hilton Hotel? What type of Hilton Hotel you going that you got to pay $200K to rent out the event? Is it some type of upscale bougie hotel? Because if it's bougie and it's upscale, right, then that's very telling. That says a lot. That shows the contradiction in your statement. You can't say that you gonna represent poor people, you stand up for poor people and all of that, right? But you charging the assessed amount of money. You charging $300. You charging $400 for a VIP. You talking about in security. You talking about this. You talking about that. So, how is the topic of reparation? How's that helping the people dealing with reparation? How's that helping the people deal with reparation? I want to know what is going to be so spectacular about this event that you got to get people to pay some money. Are you going to sit up here and talk about who is part of the lineage and who ain't a part of the lineage? Are you going to sit up here and give confirmation bias about history? Hmm? Are you going to sit up here and debate back and forth on who's supposed to get reparation and who ain't going to get reparation? Are you going to sit up here and talk about who had it worse than who on the plantation, on the slave plantation? Hmm? Are you going to sit up here and bash black immigrants? What's the whole agenda? Because if you saying that you ain't pocketing the money, then who's pocketing the money? Because somebody getting some money off of that. Because if you gotta pay for a hotel, right, $200K, that's very telling. And you gotta charge $100 for children under the age of 18. That's very telling. Somebody's finna pocket some money. You charging $300 for general admission. You charging $400 for VIP, and you charging an extra $100 for children under the age of 18. You might as well say that's $400 for general admission. If there's a family of 5, right? Let's say you got a family of 5. Okay. Let's say you got the mother and father and 3 kids. The mother and father paying $300 each. That's $600, right? And for $100 for each child would be what, $900. So they're paying $900 in total for general admission, right? That's for the mother, father, and 3 kids. They paying the total of $900. And if they want to get a VIP, guess how much that would be? 400, 400, right? For 2 adults, that's 800. And then you got 3 kids. That's 300, right? That's $1,100. That is expensive as hell. Is it worthy that amount to be paying so much for a goddamn event that all they gonna do is debate back and forth about who's supposed to get reparation and who is not a descendant of slaves, etc. And they might talk about Kamala Harris and all of that. Hell, people can go to an African American museum for $50 and learn about history. Okay, people can go to an event at the library for free, and there'll be discussion around reparation. They can go to colleges and university and learn this stuff, right? Go to a rally on the streets where they talking about reparation. Why are you not taking this? Why are you not taking this to Washington, D.C.? If you really care that much about reparation, why are you not going to Washington, D.C. and having a conversation with congressmen? Huh? Why are you not doing that? Why in the hell are you going to New Orleans? New Orleans is a city that has a very high poverty rate. A lot of families out there, they're still recovering from Katrina. And here you are charging $300 for a damn ticket for a 3-day event. For a concept about reparation when you could have went down there, right, when Kamala Harris was speaking at her engagement, you could have went down there and asked some questions to Kamala Harris about reparation, right? If you was that adamant about it, why did you not show up to none of the campaigns and bring up the question about reparation? Why is it that you didn't go down there to the conferences they have every year down at the at the House of Representatives? Every year they have a conference about the HR 40 bill. Why you didn't go down there when Sheila Jackson was alive? Why did you not take the concern to her? Why did you not say, all right, we want to talk about reparation here. We want to put reparation on the ballot. Why did you not take that down there to Sheila Jackson Lee during that time when she was the congresswoman and bring up the concerning issue? Why did you not do that? Why in the hell you gotta charge $300 or $400 to gather up a goddamn speakers who ain't gonna do nothing but talk a bunch of romanticism, and then you charging $50 for a live stream? Why in the hell is you at a Hilton hotel that's charging you $200K when you could have went to these HBCUs, right? Or you could have went to somebody's church and have this reparation talk if you was that adamant. Exactly. You're right, Clarence. Talk with the people who are really going to make it happen. You could have hosted a damn rally, but you not hosting no rally. You charging people. So you can't tell me that this woman ain't trying to pocket no damn money. That this ain't about making no profit. And then she said YouTube, she doing it's free on YouTube. So she's saying, look, I'm getting my money either way. Don't let this woman lie to y'all and tell y'all that she ain't making no money off of this. Ain't no way in the hell. Ain't no way in hell you gonna host the event and you not getting paid off that shit. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna host the event and you gonna tell the people that you not getting paid off of that. Y'all giving out inaccurate information about history. Y'all are using confirmation bias about history. You know, y'all are being, you're acting like the very same people that you say that you are speaking against. You carry the same mentality. You showing the xenophobic attitude, right? You showing the discrimination against black people who are descendants of slaves, but they happen to be from other countries. And you don't even know if these people got ancestors here in America that were descended of slaves. But yet and still, you bold enough and you brave enough to tell them that they are not descended of slaves. You brave enough to tell somebody who might be from Jamaica, who might be from the Barbados, right? That you not descended of slaves. How the fuck do you know? You tell somebody from Africa who might be from Ghana, who might be from Nigeria, Liberia, that they ain't no descendant of slaves. How the fuck do you know? How in the fuck do you know what the fuck they are? How do you know if they got ancestors here or not? Hell, you barely even know. A lot of black people don't even really know about their own lineage like that. They still got to study. They still got to learn. They still got to learn. A lot of black people don't even know about their own family bloodline. But here it is, a woman sitting up here getting on social media and tell you that you not a descendant of slave. And then she got her co-founder, Antonio Moore, telling people they're not descendant of slaves because their parents weren't born here in America. Or their parents don't got grandparents here in America. And they don't even know everybody's history. You don't know that. Exactly. Thank you, Asiatic Soldier. Asiatic Soldier said, and I did a video on that. South Carolina and Barbados, there was a connection. Many were exported to Barbados. My bad, because I'm talking so fast right now. So Asiatic Soldier said that South Carolina and Barbados, there was a connection. Many were exported to Barbados. Yes. A lot of people don't know that there is a connection between the Caribbean, Black Caribbeans, and the Black people here in America. And if for those of you who have took a DNA test, you will learn that you have Caribbean in your blood. Yes, the Gullah Geechee people. If you listen to how the Gullah Geechee people talk in Charleston, South Carolina, they sound like they Caribbean. If you listen to people in New Orleans, they sound like they Caribbean. They have a very distinct accent. There's a connection between the Haitian and the Creole people out there in New Orleans. There's a connection between the Bahamas and those black people in Miami. But you telling black folks that they not descendant of slaves, and you don't even know enough history. And y'all go along, y'all let this woman sit up here and charge you $300 or $400 just to go to some goddamn summit about reparation. But she talk about Tariq Nasheed, which I don't fuck with his ass either. But what's the difference between her and Tariq Nasheed? What's the goddamn difference? What's the difference between Yvette Carnell and Tariq Nasheed? This woman giving you some confirmation bias history. I'm gonna show you the price again. It's supposed to be at 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Let me show y'all the tickets. And it's out there in New Orleans. And New Orleans has a very strong African influence out there. New Orleans has a very strong African influence. You go downtown in New Orleans, they have an area called the Congo Square. That Congo Square was an area where the Congolese people who were African slaves, they used to go down there. The Angolan and the Congo people used to go down there in the area, and they will go and celebrate. They will have a drumming down there. You can learn a lot about African history out there in New Orleans. All you got to do is talk to the researchers, the historians out there. They can tell you the history. And there's a lot of landmarks out there. But y'all got this woman telling y'all some bullshit. And she's selling y'all on some bullshit. Y'all, the people on the internet going back and forth talking about who had it worse on the slave plantation. As if slavery was some type of competition, like it was some type of Olympics. It was not in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't competing for this. This is something that people was dealing with. It was their blood. It was their life. There was no competition with slavery. But see, this is the problem. When we get into a society like America, there is the divide and conquering mentality. So instead of taking the anger out on the people who has put you and your family in this predicament in the first place, who has taken away your land and resources, right? You taking it out on the people that really didn't do anything to you. And then they tell you that, well, the Africans people, where was they at? Why they couldn't come out here and save you? Why they couldn't save us from slavery? Why they couldn't do this? Because a lot of them were caught up in colonialism. A lot of the countries was going through problems. How could they come and save when they was dealing with problem with those in the bourgeoisie class? How could they come and save the rest of us? You act like those in the African countries were not affected by their loved ones being taken away from them and brought here to a land and work for free. This lady done played in y'all face. And she talking about reparation. How you gonna get reparation? You charging $300 or $400. You going into a city and expecting that everybody finna pay $300 or $400. I want to know who's paying it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't the poor people. And if the poor people paying it, they probably paying it off their credit card. You might as well be appealing to the middle class black folks. You might well be appealing to the bourgeoisie class, because them the people that got that kind of money. Because you can't be appealing to the poor black folks. Because the average poor black person is not gonna be paying no $300 or $400 to go see no event like that. So you might as well be looking towards the middle class black people, the ones that got the money. Because you can't be realistic. There's no goddamn way. There's no goddamn way. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I went to the Revolt event that took place last weekend, the Revolt. And that'll be my last time going, because I don't like it. I did not like Revolt at all. Okay? I was very dissatisfied with this whole thing. They had a bunch of rules and regulations. It was just too much. But even with Revolt, it was free to go there. Now, if you want to get access, like the little VIP stuff, you would have to pay like $75 for the VIP. But just to go to the event itself, it was free. This is Revolt. This event was free. The only thing that was costing was the VIP access. That was it. And you got a chance to go and see the people they was doing the interview. They had the live interviews, Revolt TV interviews. They had Drinking with the Champ. Let's see. They had one with Pinky Cole and her husband. And then I didn't go to one with Young Miami, because Young Miami, that's when she did the Carisha Please. Yeah, I didn't go to that event. But what I'm saying is, these folks talking about VIP for $400. Like this is some type of upscale thing. This is reparation you talking about, not no upscale type of shit. Why in the hell you paying $200K at a Hilton hotel? What you trying to do? Be fancy at a Hilton hotel? You could have just went on ahead and said, "Nah, we ain't finna do it at a Hilton hotel. We're gonna have to go somewhere where we connect with our people in the area. We're gonna go somewhere where we know that we could connect with our folks." You ain't even think to go to a university, a HBCU. You ain't even think to go to a HBCU. You ain't even think to go to a local church out there. You ain't even think to go to a goddamn auditorium or a center. You ain't even think to go to an auditorium. You ain't even think to go to a convention center. You could have went to a convention center and probably got a better price, but you had to go to a Hilton. So yeah, I think this shit is fucked up. This shit is fucked up, and it's like, it's not surprising that many people won't say anything about it, because she got so many followers. And they like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it. Well, what you gonna get out of it? You better get some type of information out of it. If you're gonna go there, you better go in there and start asking questions, start challenging the resources, start asking about historical information. For those of you that's just coming in, I'm gonna read what she said to the young man. So the guy, again, he said, "No, it is free. Why is everything a grift? Why am I paying to hear a debate with people who have no power? It's a grift." This is what one of her followers said. And she said, "A grift? How is this a grift? We're paying almost 200K to rent out space in the Hilton, plus food for 3 days, flying out speakers, plus the cost, security, insurance, etc. Who do you think is supposed to pay for that? My YouTube is free, but everything else has a cost, even your politics. And I'm not pocketing a dime. So again, how is it a grift? Please tell me." And after that, please unsubscribe. You won't be missed. So you ain't gonna pocket a dime. So you tell me you just gonna host the event and all the money and proceed going to all the speakers that's coming. So you ain't gonna pocket a damn dime. You ain't gonna put no money in your pocket. Everything going to the speakers, right? Everything going to their security, right? Everything going to the Hilton Hotel. You ain't gonna pocket nothing. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. You gonna pocket at least 30% of that damn money that you done made. You ain't fooling nobody. You can't be fooling nobody. You could have got down, try to raise some money up and help those in the community who are affected. Yeah, 200K. 200K. Yeah, it's crazy, William. 200K at a Hilton hotel to rent out a space at the Hilton hotel. When you could have found a convention center somewhere out there in New Orleans. You tell me they ain't got no convention center. 200K. $300 for general admission. $400 for a VIP. And $100 for children 18 and under. And $50 for a live stream. And you telling people you ain't gonna pocket a damn dime. You ain't fooling no damn body. You ain't fooling no damn body. And you talking about this a reparations summit. You ain't fooling no damn body, bro. You ain't fooling no damn body. Spare me with the BS. Spare me with the bullshit. Spare me with the bullshit. Talking about reparation summit when you could have hosted a reparation rally. You could have went out there and helped the community of people that you know that is poor. You could have went out there. When the last time she supported a black-owned business? I'll wait. When the last time this woman supported a black-owned business? I'm gonna show y'all the website. I'm gonna show you who all gonna be in attendance. I'm gonna show you who all gonna be in attendance. This is the website. This is who gonna be here. Yvette Carnell, a lady named Nina Turner, Dr. Cornell West, Mr. Marcus Coleman, Aisha Muhammad, Reverend Dr. Kevin W. Cosby, what's his name? Mr. Marvin Slaughter, Dr. Patrick Rogers, Dr. Lasser F. Spedler, Tito Isler, Reverend Dr. Chris Campbell, and Jari C. Honora, certified genealogist. Nah, ain't no congressman. Nah, I don't see no congressman on here. Only person that I see as far as politics is concerned or the closest thing to politics is Dr. Cornell West and Nina Turner. Those are the only two. Everybody else, they're not. Nina Turner is the educator and senator. Dr. Cornell West is presidential candidate. Here's the website right here. You see where it says October the 3rd to the 5th, 2024, and it's going to be in New Orleans. It's going to be in New Orleans. It's going to be in Louisiana, New Orleans. It's not only $300. Hold on, let me show you, baby. It's not only $300 for let me show you. It's $300 for general admission. It's $400 for a VIP. And it says access to summit session, sponsored meal events, exhibit hall access, ADOS Research Institute symposium access, reserved session seating, and VIP reception. That's $400 for VIP access. And for the $300 general admission, access to summit session, sponsored meal events, exhibit hall access, children 18 and under is $100. And here you go, right here, the live stream. 1 day stream of events, interactive experiences and access. Time of session are subject to change. This is $50. I guess the meet and greet is the VIP, honey. I think the meet and greet is the VIP session. That's what you paying the VIP for. The reserved session seating, the VIP reception. I think that's where the meet and greet at. I don't see it on here. I don't see it. Obviously not. She didn't say what type of media coverage it's gonna get. Obviously not. And if it is, it's probably gonna be on her Patreon. So the media coverage is the live stream. That's the media coverage, the live stream. If you talking about like NBC and you talking about ABC, nah, she ain't getting that. If you want the live stream, you got to pay $50. You got to pay $50, William, if you want the live stream. So it says 1 day streams of events, interactive experiences and access. Times of session are subject to change. This is where it's $50 at right here. The summit live stream. And you have to go on the website. You have to come on the website. So let me show you where she's going to have the little streaming at. I'm going to show you. This is what she's going to have the net. So it says the 2024 NRS Summit live stream powered by ADOS Empowerment Project, October the 4th at 10 a.m. Brought to you by the ADOS Empowerment Project. Watch a 1 day live stream of National Reparations Summit from the comfort of your own home. Times of session are subject to change. Yep. Yep, Dredd. Yep, it's $50 for 1 day live stream, but the event is multiple days. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. You're paying $50 for a live stream. Again, William, if you want to see it live, you got to pay for it. You got to pay $50. You got to pay $50. You got to pay $50. If that's not a red flag, then I don't know what you call it. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what the hell you call it. Yeah, it's on her page. I'm surprised you ain't heard about it. Just go subscribe to her channel. Go subscribe to Yvette Carnell channel. It's on her page. I never heard of this event until you popped up in my feed. They need to do better with promotion. Yeah, it's on her page. Go look up Yvette Carnell. Look on her community section. Look on her community section. If this is not a red flag, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. Again, I want to know how many of I want to know when the last time she supported a black-owned business. Hmm? When has she supported a black-owned business? When has she tried to promote a black-owned business on her platform? When has she tried to promote a black-owned business on her platform? And if you notice, most of her platform is talking more about celebrities, about pop culture. She used to talk about working class, poverty, etc., but she talked more about pop culture. I wonder if she gonna bring up about working class people having unions in the organization. Remember when she did a video about am a capitalist? Yeah, she a capitalist. She capitalizing. This woman sitting up here saying that she ain't pocketing a dime. Yes, she is. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna pocket some money. You ain't fooling no damn body. You pocketing some money. This is your hustle. This is your hustle. Now, one time this lady went down to the Congress and addressed the concern or issue. Now, one time she went down to Washington, D.C. Hell, not one time she went down there to goddamn Howard University. Now, she graduated from Howard University. She graduated from Howard University. She ain't went down there not one time and said, you know what, let me take it down there to Howard University, to the school that I graduated from. Let me take it down there to them. And let's bring up the concept about reparation. She ain't did that. Mm-mm. She ain't did that not one time. She used to work down there in Washington, D.C. She was a congressional aide. Why don't you go down there to Washington, D.C. and talk about reparation? Why don't you invite actual politicians to discuss reparation? Why don't you? And then the people that you have on there now, one of them are economists. Why don't you have an economist to talk about reparation? Why you don't have anybody that works in political science talking about reparation? You sitting up here playing this politics of respectability. Can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me now. Okay. Somebody said my sound went off. All right, so I hope y'all can hear me. But she tell you that we are the richest, we in the richest country in the world. We the poorest people in the world. We in the poor, we the yeah, we the poorest people. We are the poorest people. We don't have no money. But she charging y'all asses $300, $400. We don't have no money. We don't come from generational wealth. Majority of our people are working class people. But you got people paying $300, $400 for your ticket. I'm trying to process that. Make it make sense now. Make it make sense. Hey, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Yeah. We ain't got no money. We are a descendant of slaves. You know, I look at it as pandering. You pander off of people. What's the best way to get followers is to pander off of them. It's to appeal to their emotions. We are poor people. We don't have no generational wealth. Let's get this reparation. Let's get this reparation. We gonna make this money. We gonna get this reparation. We got a black agenda. But in order for you to get that black agenda, you're gonna have to pay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hold on. All right, I hope y'all can hear me now. I hope y'all can hear me now. Hold up. Can you hear me now? Let me see something. What's going on? Can you hear me now? All right, can't you hear me now? All right, can't you hear me now? Okay, cool. Algorithm recommend this to me just so I can say it's just elites preying on the weak, but using their skin tone as if it's fleece on a sheep wolves. Yeah, that's all it. You're preying on people's emotion. You're preying on people's psychology. And I hope the people will wake up and smell the coffee and see what's going on. I hope people, I hope people will wake up and smell the damn coffee. I hope people just realize what type of game is being ran on them. I want people to wake up and realize what type of game is being ran on them. And it said, this is what I mean when I say black folks, we are infantilized. We have been infantilized. There's a saying goes like this. If you want to keep something away from a Negro, put it in a damn book. If you want to keep something away from a Negro, put it in a damn book. And I hate to say this, but majority of black people do not read. Majority of black people do not read. Majority of black folks do not research. So it's so easy for somebody to come along and say whatever and make themselves sound good. But if you're a person that reads, that research, you can challenge, you can question individuals. And some people, they don't like to be questioned. They don't like to be challenged, especially when it comes down to historical information, because you're ruining their hustle. You're ruining their pockets. They don't like their back being put against the wall. They like to be told that everybody respect and everybody agrees with them. They want to be put into higher position. They want to be well recognized and respected. They don't want to be challenged. We got folks over here trying to rewrite history just to fit their narrative. How the fuck do you do that? How do you rewrite something that has already been written a long time ago? That has been proven a long time ago. And that will disprove or discredit what you're trying to damn write. You can't rewrite the history that has evidence. Again, you cannot rewrite history that has evidence. You can't rewrite information that has been documented. You can't do it because it's going to take extensive research to validate. And then what people want to argue that, well, you know, them folks over there in the other countries, they don't claim us, they don't like us. Why we gonna claim those? Those ain't our people. They don't like us. It ain't about what the hell they don't like. We looking at historical information. You worry about somebody not liking your ass. Hell, you don't even like your damn self. How about that? You don't like your damn self. You don't like your own environment. You don't even like the people that you're around. You don't even like your own family. But you talking about those people over there don't like us. They don't like us. Them Caribbeans don't like us. They don't like us. And oh, I got a special question. Speaking of Caribbeans, uh, since when did the Caribbeans become Hispanics? No, I'm serious. Because there was an event that was taking place at my job, and they have all the flags. And I seen that a lot of those flags had the Caribbean flags up there. I seen the Jamaican, the Barbados flags. I seen the Trinidadian flags. The flag from what's that country called? Antigua, if I'm saying it right. Um, and it's another country. Yeah, just various Caribbean countries. And I'm like Hispanic. I'm like, well, since when did they become Hispanic? And majority of these countries, there's black people. You talking about they Hispanic? Those Caribbean black people will tell you they not Hispanic. They'll tell you they black. They Caribbean. But I'm just curious. I just wanted to know. And then when I hear about the Hispanic, okay, what about the Afro Hispanic people? What about the Afro Brazilians? Cry or whatever your name is, bro. Don't, bro, cut that bullshit out. Cut that bullshit out. See, this is what I'm talking about. Crying or come over here and sound like he trying to speak Geechee or something. Talking about, bro, ain't no reparation for African blacks, Caribbean blacks. This is what I'm talking about. You don't know the fuck you talking about, bro. How you know there's no damn reparation for the Caribbean blacks? If you, unless you study history, be quiet. Unless you study history, be quiet. Because let me tell you something about slavery. For those of you that are not educated enough, slavery was an international commodity. It was an international business. It was not a United States of America business. It was not just a Caribbean business. It was not just a South America business. It was not just a Latino business. It was not just a African business. It was an international business. Transatlantic slave trade. Keyword transatlantic. Transatlantic. What does the word transatlantic mean? We are in the Atlantic. So whether you're in the Caribbean, whether you're in America, South America, Latin America, you are in the Atlantic. That's what we're talking about. So slavery was not just a United States business. It was an international global commodity. And there are countries that still have not got reparations. Yeah, they might have the land, but they ain't got everything else. And they had to fight against slavery in order to get the land they was in. They had to fight for independence. They weren't giving no damn reparation. You got country like Haiti right now still owe money to France after the revolution. You think France gonna give them reparation? No, because France felt like this. They kicked us. The whole attitude of the French people. They felt like Haiti kicked their asses up out of there. They felt like Haiti kicked their asses up out of there. They like shit. They kicked us out of their country. They not getting a dime for us for anything. They gotta owe us some damn money. So reparation ain't no goddamn American thing. Slavery was not just an American thing. So if you think that all the other diaspora had it easy, when it came down to slavery, you got it wrong. If you think they had it easy fighting against rebelling against slavery to fight for independence and freedom, you got it wrong. It was not easy. Hell, there was slave rebellions here in America. Again, there was slave rebellion here in America. Why many people don't talk about that? Why did not Yvette Carnell? Why Yvette Carnell didn't put that out there? Why she did not discuss that? Why Antonio Moore did not discuss that? They ain't got no rich government to pay out reparation. Well, if they ain't got no rich government to pay out reparation, then how in the hell you gonna ask for reparation? Now, unless you're talking about in the Caribbeans, if you're talking about their government system, yeah, but again, they can't get reparation from their own government. They have to get it from an international level. Reparation is an international thing. This is something that got to come out the pockets of the Europeans. It has to come out the pockets of the damn British, the French, the Portuguese, and the Spanish, and the Dutch. That's who owed the reparation. The Anglo-Saxon / British, the French, the Portuguese, the Spanish, and the Dutch people. They owe reparation. They owe reparation. So again, it goes beyond the United States government. You can go to the United States government all you want to, but you really have to go to the world courts about reparation. Because the United States gonna tell you they ain't giving up shit. They gonna dodge it every time. If they wasn't dodging it, then there will be no conference every year about the HR 40 bill. There will be no conference every year taking place down there at the House of Congress or with the House of Representatives about the HR 40 bill. Because every single time the conversation about reparation is brought up, they going to dodge it. So again, this go beyond the United States. This is an international thing that affected Black people globally. It affected Black people in the diaspora and those who are descendant of those who were brought here in the diaspora. How much you think realistically? How much reparation is? If we gonna count it all together, we looking at trillions of dollars. We looking at past billions. We looking past billions. If we gonna talk about how much the reparation would be, it's past billions of dollars. Because you talking about 400 years of slavery here in America, right? But prior to that, you had an additional 100 years when the transatlantic slave trade took place. Because let's see, the transatlantic slave trade took place around. Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade took place around the 1600s. All right. If you want to talk about that, around the 1600, that's when the transatlantic slave trade took place. And one of the first people that went over to the African countries were the Portuguese and the Spanish. They were one of the first Europeans that went over to the African countries. Then the British came along. Then the French came along. Then everybody else came along. We contribute to build America. Duh, we know that. We know that our African ancestors built this country. That's not even an argument. That's not an argument. But what I'm saying to you is it's an international business. It was all connected. It was all connected. That's what y'all failed to understand about slavery. It was all connected. You had the transatlantic slave trade, you had the Middle Passage, and you had domestic slave trade. Okay. And then you had the triangular trade going on, because you had the Caribbeans you had the Africans from the Caribbeans and from Latin America that were brought here to America and worked. That's the part that Yvette don't tell y'all. That there were Africans who were brought from the Caribbeans to work on the plantation. So it's all connected. All this shit is connected. Yes, other countries got to give in. Let me tell you why. Because French benefit off of slavery. Great Britain benefited off of slavery. Portugal benefited off of slavery. Spain benefited off of slavery. United States benefited off of slavery. Okay? Yes, those other places, they benefited off of slavery. France would not be where it's at today if it wasn't for slavery. Portugal would not be where it's at today if it wasn't for slavery. Spain would not be where it's at today if it wasn't for slavery. Britain would not be where it's at today if it wasn't for slavery. They benefited, they made lucrative wealth off of slavery. Study the damn history. Stop listening to Yvette Carnell. Stop just listening to Antonio Moore. Go study this shit for yourself. Read the damn book. Stop sitting up here and just watching YouTube. Read the damn book. If you can get access online and look up this information about the transatlantic slave trade, you will find out accurate information. You will get it. But y'all sitting up here listening to Yvette Carnell. You're listening to Tariq Nasheed. And y'all not going back and verifying information. Y'all just going along because it's appealing to your emotion and it sounds good. Read the damn book. Go to a local library and look up the shit for yourself. Go to a local library. Get a library card and go look this shit up. Go online and look up on the encyclopedia. Look it up for yourself. Y'all got to really stop this shit. This is why we are behind as a people. We got to start reading on shit. We got to start verifying shit. As a matter of fact, I can give you some book suggestions. I always do. As a matter of fact, I can give y'all some books to look up right now. This book right here is called Black History Book. Okay? It's a Black History book. You can order this on Amazon. All right, it goes into the origins. Okay, it talks about slavery. It talks about civil rights. It goes into all of that. So get this book. Africanism in American Culture by Joseph E. Holloway. Get this book. Get this book. Africanism in American Culture by Joseph E. Holloway. A great book that tells you about a lot of African practices that we have here in America, especially here in the South. Especially in the South, especially in places like New Orleans, places like Charlotte, South Carolina, places like Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, Texas. Let me see what else. Capitalism and Slavery by Dr. Eric Williams. Capitalism and Slavery by Dr. Eric Williams. Get this book. Get this book. Put this book on your bucket list, please. Dr. Eric Williams, right? He was a prime minister from Trinidad. Okay. And he was also a scholar. This book was written around the 1940s. And he was giving he was getting accurate information. He was giving accurate information in this book about slavery, about capitalism. Get this book. Let's see if y'all can see that. The half was never told. The half has never been told. Slavery and the Making of American Capitalism. And this is by Edward E. Baptist. Now, you know what's the funny thing about this? This individual happened to be a white man. This was a white man that wrote this book. The half has never been told. Slavery in the Making of American Capitalism. Edward E. Baptist. And I got plenty more books around. But that's just something that you can look up information on. There was collateral involved when it came to the slave trade. There was collateral. Now you talking about physical currency like we have today? No, but there was collateral. There was trade. People would trade it as money. Guns was traded. Other resources was traded. So they didn't have physical currency like they do today. Okay, there was no dollar bills and coins. It was people. The people were the money. That's why they call it transatlantic slave trade. Keyword slave trade. But anyways, you guys, let me see. It's getting late. So I've been on here for a while. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thought. And I want to get in and talk about this whole thing with Yvette Carnell and this ADOS movement. Y'all better really start doing y'all research before y'all just jump on the bandwagon. And you gotta be careful with people who trying to rip you off. You gotta be careful with people trying to rip you off. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Also, check out the other videos that I've done. And I will keep you guys posted. So you guys take it easy. Shalom to you, brother Asiatic. I appreciate you coming through. Shout out to the people in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you can share this video, whatnot. And until next time, peace and power, elevation. And for those of you that's just coming in, you can put your comment down at the bottom of the description link, and I'll look at the comments and I'll try to respond as much as possible. But anyhow, I hope you guys have a good evening. Y'all be safe until next time. Peace.